All right. Welcome, everybody, to our Friendship Journey podcast. We want to welcome you all here. So come on in. Make sure you start sharing this information. Let us know what's going on. Hopefully, we got some good sound out there. But go ahead, share this information. We need you guys to get the people ready to hear from us, because I think it's going to be a little different tonight. We as you can see, the table is a little thin on today. And so just to let you know, we do have some girls, some ladies that are out, right? Yeah. But before we even get to them, ladies, go ahead and say hello to the people. Say hello. How y'all doing?
I feel like we mighty. You know
right.
What I mean? We may not have a lot of numbers, but we come in tonight. I'm Casey, by the way.
Hey, come on through, Casey. All right.
Hello. It's Carolyn. How y'all doing tonight?
Hi, I'm Michelle. Welcome, ladies. Welcome.
Welcome, everybody. So just a heads up, we got to let you know we do got a few people out. Lucretia's out on today. We got our Vern out, and then we got our CC out, right? So just positive thoughts and prayers. Think towards Cretia and definitely and CC. If you know, you know. But just we need your positive energy, your thoughts and your prayers. You know what I mean? And so don't be laughing at me because I said if you know, you know. And so all those people in podcast land, make sure that you just send prayers and positive thoughts towards CC and our girl Lucretia. We love them. Yes, we miss all three of them on tonight. But we're going to hold it down. Y'all ready tonight?
All right, come on.
Yes, we're going to hold it down. That part. So since I didn't give it to nobody, CC with the T, I do want to give y'all some information, y'all. Ladies, we had a good time at our brunch.
Yes.
Woo! Our first event for our friendship journey, and I will say that it was definitely a success. Shout out to all those ladies who joined us. We had several people that did join us that day, that afternoon, and joined our subscribed to our YouTube page, and then they joined our mailing list. So I'm glad that they want to stay connected.
Appreciate that.
Yes, it was awesome. Also, what came out, we got our information from Black Line, the magazine. We are on the cover of the magazine.
Look at this.
Man, it is amazing. So if you didn't see it, go to our Facebook page. I think it's on Instagram as well. Yep, go ahead and zoom in right there for me, bro. We were invited by the director-in-chief, right? Yeah. Chief executive, editor-in-chief. That's probably the one. And she was just looking for some friends. And so at that point, only a few of us was able to go. So shout out to Carolyn, CC, and Casey, who did join me on this. There she go.
They can't never hear it though.
Have you listened?
No.
Oh, because you hear it every single time.
No, I haven't.
Yes, so it's on there every time. So now we ready because MW is in the house. Yay. Come on now. Her phone went off, so we know it's about to be all that. It's about to be lit. And so we did get on the front of that magazine, and so I'm excited for what's to come with Friendship Journey and just being invited to that. So shout out to that editor-in-chief and just inviting us out. I'm telling y'all, I don't know about y'all, but Cece look extra sexy on there. Did y'all check that out with the legs? I was like, come through, Cece. But it was fun. It was really fun. And the weird thing to me is what I saw. It's like we have a motto in our group, right? And she couldn't make it. For whatever reason, she couldn't make it. So I'm like, God, why you didn't send the model? You know what I'm saying? The one that loves to take pictures. And so that was funny to me that like of all the people that couldn't go, she couldn't go, right? And so that was just hilarious because she's a model. She has it. She knows the look, the angle. She got it all. Yeah. And so I was there like, oh my goodness, when is this gonna be over? Like how many more pictures? Like, but I'm thankful for the experience. It was definitely a great experience for the have. Mm-hmm. And then the other thing that's coming up is our Pink Out Day, ladies. Yes. And so yes, I'm excited about this. April 30th is the date. October, because April is a long time from now. October 30th, as we are in Breast Cancer Month. This is something that my grandmother was a survivor of, and so I definitely want to do something for this. And I know it's going to get bigger and bigger every year, but for this year, we are going to be walking at the Trinity Park. It's going to be more information, I know, posted, but it's going to be Trinity Park on Saturday, October 30th at 11:30 a.m. And it's going to be some more information because we want you to donate. We're going to give to My Sister's Keeper, which is a breast cancer awareness group from a friend of mine that's in Cleveland, Ohio. And so it's just more information to come. But we're going to be out there walking. I can see us chanting, praying, just speaking life over those women who are experiencing breast cancer now. And then those that have already defeated it. We're going to continue to pray for them and encourage them as well. So I'm excited for that to come as well, and just the other things that we have in store. So that I just did my CC with the tea, y'all. Yeah. I hope I did it a little bit of justice.
CC with the tea, you
CC with justice.
Yeah.
All right, ladies. So what I have been told today is, as you can see, we're a little not short staffed, but we're missing a few of our peeps tonight. And so for tonight, we were going to go on, and it was going to be one of our ladies' quotes. But as a team, as a unit, they decided that the person that chose the quote needs to be here to introduce it. So I'm telling you, on that 4th Tuesday, if you want to hear that next quote, that's when you're going to hear it. We want to make sure that CC is here because you ladies did share that. It's important. We want to hear the why behind of why she chose that quote. And so we want to make sure that we definitely give her time to think about that and process, what's going on, so then she could be ready to give all that information and input. So
she stay ready.
She said she did.
Right.
Say she stay ready.
She ready.
She ready. That's what she said, right? And so, we're going to hold her to that, all right? We're going to hold her to that fire. And so on tonight, ladies, y'all ready to play? Tonight, we're going to play a game.
Okay.
I know. It's going to be a little different, y'all.
All right.
Podcast land is going to be a little different. And I need y'all to join in. I need y'all to know, who team are you on, right? And so I see this every now and then. And so I decided, let's do this tonight. We're going to do a versus. And so, ladies, I'm going to give you 2 options on tonight. And you have to pick, what team are you? Are you one team or the other team? And then we can even share on some of them why. Give me a little extra on, why you chose that team, why you choose that team, why you on that side. Everybody, of course, should be on my side because my side is the right side, but we'll see about that, right? So that's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to do a versus. And then everybody out there, let us know whose side are you on. Get in the chats. We want to hear your comments. We want to get your emails from this. So the first one, we're going to just start a little basic. Do you prefer the beach or the mountains? Beach or mountains?
I'm going to say beach. That's easy.
Sun,
I am not a hunter.
Sand? Do you want to be in the water?
The peaceful water.
I feel like
I don't want the water.
Yeah.
You just want the beach.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Sights up.
What you got to say?
remember when we went camping, and I said, I'm from the inner city, and that's where I felt like the woods is where black folks went to die. So definitely,
You don't want the mountains.
Yeah.
I ain't about that.
I ain't about that life.
I ain't about that life.
And I feel you on that because we didn't do that kind of stuff. We didn't go hiking. We didn't, we had animals like in our city. The dog, we had wild dogs. Like we, was chased by dogs at least once a week. Like, so then that's why people don't understand. Like, well, I don't care for animals. Like, cause we had pit bulls in our neighborhood that got loose all the time. Like, like I didn't want that. Like walking to school, walking to the store. Like it didn't matter. And they was out there, right? And so no, I wouldn't want that information. But let me just tell you about the mountains, because I'm the beach person too. So we went to Hawaii this summer, and so the mountains is an experience. Now, we didn't walk it, we did drive, but that is an experience in itself. I think everyone should experience that, going up above the clouds. Like, it don't even make sense. Now I look at the clouds totally different. I'll be like, I was above them looking down at them. It's the craziest thing I've ever experienced. So just driving up the mountain was weird. And so it's an experience. So even though we do pick beach, make sure y'all at least go somewhere. Because the good thing about Hawaii, you got both. We was at the beach in the morning, and then we went to the mountains at night or in the evening before it got dark. But it's a good experience. So I know we all like the beach, but go experience.
Because you were there, or is it because I always get a window seat in the plane because I like to look out. I like to look at the clouds, and I just so amazed at what God has done
created
in the creation, and I'm like, dang, I'm above the clouds. So every time I fly, You know, I get that experience. So is it different because you were actually outside in it?
Yes.
So it's different from flying in a plane.
It's definitely different from flying in a plane, like you said, because you're standing up. So you're actually like, and then I'm in a big machine, so it's like I feel protected, even though that can do whatever too.
Right.
But if you're standing there, you're like, what? Like I could like see and touch it, and then the difference in the temperature, right? So we started in Hawaii. We started at whatever level we were at, and it was 85 degrees. By the time we got to the top, you're talking about 40 degrees. So just being able to experience that is like, oh my goodness, like it's like freezing up here. And so then you go back down, and now it's 70 again. Like it was just that part was different. So I think you being there, actually looking over in your own flesh. And I was scared. I know if my husband ever listened to this, he know I was scared at some point. Like I was like, and I'm not fearful of like not dying, but it was just like this is enough. And I love to look at the mountains, but just being up there, I was like, oh no, I'm not ready for this. And now my friends,
I got kids.
yeah, like, but they was just they walking through the trail. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I should live and not die.
It's not time.
No.
I felt that. Yeah, it is. It is. So it's an experience. All right. So next versus Usher versus Chris Brown. Usher.
USHERRAYNOND.
Yeah.
I'm rolling with Usher.
You rolling with Usher?
Yeah.
I think so too. I think Usher too. I mean that. Yeah, I think Usher too. Yeah, he got a lot of hits.
He does.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Chris Brown. And I'm going to tell you why. Chris Brown has done a better job of transitioning. He keeps making hit
Transition
songs.
into what?
He keeps making hit songs. He transitions with music. He's been doing it since he's 16. He's like 30.
So has
something.
Usher.
No.
Usher.
Usher was actually 15.
Usher started when he was a
Yeah,
baby.
yeah.
Usher.
Okay. Yes.
And he
But
transitioned.
he
You just like him. You don't gotta do no explanation. You just like Chris Brown. You better stick with him.
I'm sticking with him. I'm gonna stick with Sam.
And I'ma stand by him.
I'm gonna stick with Sam.
Stand by your man.
Oh, I'm sticking with Chris Brown. However, coming out, I do love Usher. I do. However, I think Chris Brown he's just that man.
He just that man.
Young man.
Look, my husband up in here.
So we gotta keep it calm. We gotta keep it PG. Thank you. We gotta keep it PG. And I was torn too. Like that was a hard one just thinking about it. Like I love me some Chris Brown. I love me some Usher. But Usher is like, he more my age, so I've been rolling with him longer, I would say, because I started with Chris Brown. Like when he was singing his songs, we was grown and he was a kid. It was like, wait a minute, you can't be doing all that.
Right.
But then when you went to his concert and he was pumping the stage, you was like, oh, he ready, huh? Like, he ready then. You know, I was about to sing a song that we probably shouldn't sing, so we ain't gonna sing that song.
We don't own the rights.
We don't own the rights to any of that. But yeah, and so I think I'm gonna go Team Usher. So we got Team Usher 3-1 right there. That's all right. That's all right. Mountains Beach was 4-0. The next one, ladies, let's see how we are with sports. Football versus basketball.
Oops.
Yeah, basketball all day.
Basketball?
Yeah, all day.
Basketball
Basketball
4-0. You know it's basketball for me because you know we LeBron fans up in
But the
here.
thing about it though too, I love just the fast pacedness of
Yes.
basketball. Like the back and forth and when they
The swag of it.
yes, the swag when they playing and that testosterone and
Woo!
they be
Make
slamming
your
them
hair
balls.
pop up. You know how to go.
You say pop because the wizard gonna pop.
Yeah, but I like that because you get to see all their emotions.
Yeah,
That's the thing that sucks about football. They have
their
helmets.
helmets on.
So you can, and I know they be talking trash, right?
Yeah,
but we
they do.
can't see it. In basketball, you can kind of see it, you can
Yeah.
sense it, and you know what they
Yeah.
do and they demeanor, and you like,
You
oh
see they
yeah.
mouth move and
Yeah.
all that. You can read the words that's coming out of their
Yeah.
mouth. But my husband used to play football. He had high school scholarships. So he was telling me how they talk so much trash. And they do so many things. Like they be pinching each other.
Yeah, I bet they
Just
do.
all kind of stuff.
Tackle them, probably
both make
punching them in the
jerseys.
balls and all kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, they be trying to grip them and hold them and just talking crap. I was like, okay.
I bet
See,
it's
if we could
bad.
probably hear that, I might like
Then we
it
would
more.
probably be more engaged, right? They should put mics on them, right?
Yeah.
So we got basketball 4-0 for that. All right, this is a different one. Let's see where we at with this one. Cardi B versus Nicki Minaj.
Oh my God.
Is that even a? That's not even a thing.
For some.
It is for some, but
For others, not so much.
yeah, I'm Nicki Minaj.
Nicki Minaj.
Give us your best Nicki impersonation.
Huh? Wait a minute. What'd you say?
Give us your best Nicki impersonation.
The first thing that came to my mind was when she did that one song. Oh gosh, and she was like, she was rapping. What was it? And I can see it. But she was rapping really fast. You threw me off by asking me that question.
She'll think about it. Let her think about it. Let her think
I'm
about it.
Team Nicki. And
All
that
day.
new song with her and they did the Boys and they paid homage. Have you seen that?
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, they did. They paid homage to Diddy, Bad Boy for Life.
Oh, really?
So it's a remake of that, and they did the whole video.
Oh, you're going to have to send me that. I'm going to have to look for that.
Nicki Minaj, and it's called Boys, but it's the girl Jessie. She used to be in this group, girls group in the UK that I never heard of, and so she went solo, and her first solo songs with Nicki, and they did. It's called Boys, but it's a remake of Diddy's, and Diddy does a cameo
Oh, wow.
in the video, so it was pretty cool.
I
It's
definitely
like
got to hear that.
introducing that to a whole nother generation because
That don't
they didn't-
know.
That don't know. And what's cool about it is I always watch the reviews on YouTube. So they had this they was looked like they was teenagers. They were still in school. They were reviewing the video and they hadn't seen Bad Boys for Life. And so they were like, oh, well, this is different. And they were like commenting on the video. So I was in the comments. I was like, no shade, but I'm just going to need you guys to research Diddy's Bad Boys for Life song. And that will help you understand this video more better. And they were like, oh, thank you. And everybody was liking the
Liking your comments?
But it's like a whole new generation that don't know. They just thought, they was like, oh, this is different. Like, why are they doing that? Oh, okay. Well, it's pretty cool.
You forget about that. Like,
Yes,
you know,
it was
'cause you
so
just-
long ago.
Man, oh man, oh man. We getting old. We getting old.
Yes.
Where you at, Carolyn?
You know, I think Nicki too. I mean, I like Cardi B, but you know, I don't really know either one of them real
Like,
good.
right.
Like I know Usher and Chris Brown and you know some of the others, but I like both of them, but I like Nicki. I think
Nicki more.
better.
Okay,
Yeah.
so she get an edge.
I do like Cardi B though. She's good too.
She's good too.
Yeah.
Boo,
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 boo, Cardi B.
boo, boo.
Boo, Bo. You're not a fan of neither. So who is?
Trina.
Trina should be in. You going way back to Trina?
Trina.
Well, and you know if Creesha was here, you know what
Creed, where you
Creesha
at?
would be saying.
She saying,
Who she gonna say, y'all?
rocking Lil' Kim.
Lil' Kim. You
Yeah,
know
that's who I
she
know.
love
Yeah.
her some Little Kim,
Yeah.
baby. So we probably gonna have to do it again because you know she gonna be mad that we did this versus and she ain't here to go off on somebody about her doggone Lil' Kim.
Lil' Kim.
See, my kids introduced me to Nicki before she even made it. Like even Wiz Khalifa. Like my kids are good with finding underground people, and so I was introduced to Nicki before she was like Nicki.
Nicki.
Before she was Nicki big. Before she was big. So, you know, before she was signed to Lil Wayne. So
Yeah.
it was like,
Underground Nicki.
yeah, underground Nicki.
That's
so
not
I've
Nicki.
been
That's not
today.
Nicki anymore.
it's well, you know, people grow and change. You
People
have to,
do change.
you have
Remember
to
we talk
evolve.
about how they change. And
She
then-
just in a different bucket now.
she's in a
We
different
talked
bucket.
about that too.
Yeah. see, Trina had
Trina's still in the same bucket.
She couldn't she couldn't evolve.
She didn't evolve until
I think
to the
she's still
time.
getting checks.
She
Not
probably-
from
yeah.
songs.
Is
She
she?
probably.
But is
She's
she getting
getting
checks?
she's getting checks from Love and Hip Hop Miami,
Oh, is that a check?
and she's getting a check from the.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Do
she's
they
getting-
take it at
I
the
said
bank?
that-
Okay. Trina's still getting the bag. Period. Okay. That's how it was at. Yeah. She started, what, 2009, from the 99 and the 2000. And she ran in the bag up today.
And she's still getting the
That's
check.
all I was asking.
She definitely got a point there. She got a point.
Okay.
Right. And then I'm gonna do mine. If I had to choose, I would go with Nikki, and that's because probably my nieces like that. They broke it down. You know, my niece Charmaine, even Charvel too. They were like, Auntie, you got, and so they would send me stuff, and then they start showing. I'd be like, oh yeah, she is great. Like, go Nikki. Like. Cause probably when Nikki came out for real, I probably wouldn't even listen to rap at that time.
Either.
And
I
so
was in church shouting
and dancing, and so right for real. And so then they just showed me the difference. And then when it was Cardi B, that was like
for growth.
it was, and they just was like, Auntie, look at this. Oh, can you believe this? And I was like, oh my goodness. So I'm definitely gonna go Team Nikki, and I'm always down for the one who's been in the game the longest, who has withstand. You know what I'm saying? Like she has been in it over 10 years, and she has plenty of platinum, double platinum, and all that. So she deserves all that and more. Yeah, she's definitely awesome. Yeah. And so we kind of like 3-1, but not really for Cardi B, for Trina, I guess. So I gotta add Trina to the paper because like the ballot, she had to write her in, and I'm already gonna write Lil Kim in too, because then that's gonna be another issue. But we know that's coming too. This is another one. Krisha, don't kill me. We got Brandy versus Monica. Ooh, I'm going first on this one. I'm gonna go with this one first. Y'all already know my name is Brandy, and I am a Brandy fan. You hear what I'm saying? I love, not that I don't like Monica. Let me make sure I get that clear. Monica is cool. I like her. I love a lot of her songs, but Brandy is my girl. I love Brandy. Let me tell you something. Look, that's my anniversary song. That's me and my husband's song. Like I know, and we know every CD. We could play Brandy, all of her CDs from here to Detroit, and probably sing the entire way. And so we just love Brandy. She just got a great voice, I think. Personality, but I love her voice. It's all about her voice and her range. That I love her. She didn't evolve to me as much as Monica, and I know y'all gonna talk about that, but I still love Brandy. Team Brandy all day. Let me put that big one down.
Now that I'm up from this nap,
right.
I'm Team Monica. Brandy put me to sleep. Period. And Monica has withstood, like, I mean, she was out there with No Limit all the way to now, and I feel like she has the respect of a lot of people within the industry, and I think that says a lot when your peers respect you. Brandy, she probably have a crew of whoever she run with, but you don't really hear from her or kind of people coming to do stuff with her.
Yeah, that's why I said her personality. I'm not a big fan.
Yeah, I like both Brandy and Monica. However, I'm a Team Brandy fan too.
Come, let me put it down.
Been rocking with Brandy since I think high school. I don't know, was it high school?
Yeah, it was high school. Yes.
Even into college.
And then college, it blew up. But it started in high school with Brandy CD.
Yeah. She went hard. She went hard for real.
Yeah. All right.
Brandy.
How you rolling?
Oh, I'm definitely Team Monica. I feel like she's done a better job of staying relevant. That's what I'm always about. You know, I'm about people being able to withstand the test of time and remaining relevant and introducing themselves to, you know, people who, she always has at least one song every year you're going to hear on the radio. You know, but yes, definitely Team Monica, and I love her voice, and
it's raw.
It's raw and it's real.
It got pain in it.
Yes.
You feel she's a singer. You feel her.
Right.
I think that's my thing with Brandy. I don't discredit her voice.
Right.
I just don't feel nothing when she's singing.
Yeah.
With Monica, like I'm in it. I feel it.
Yeah.
That was good, Michelle.
I can see that, kind of, sort of. I can see that because, like, and I think it goes back to because she's been relevant so long. Because when you play some of them songs like Broken Hearted, that's one of her first songs, and I felt like I was in high school, and this boy just broke my heart. I felt like I was feeling that, but like I was like, oh my god, I gotta play this Brandy Broken Hearted, like. Yep. Not for real, but for fake, like, you know what I'm saying?
For real then.
Like, but I felt her songs then. And so that's why I think most of the songs that I really like of hers are all older. It's when she probably, when
Wanya broke her heart.
When he broke her heart.
That CD was the one CD that I felt from Brandy. And
that song you talking about, like that.
Yeah.
Never Say
CD,
Never. That was a CD.
Never Say Never. Yes.
Woo.
That was the one CD that,
No, it's not.
For me too.
It's not it.
It starts there, stop there.
No,
She
it's
might have
more.
one or two other songs, but that album,
From beginning to
From
end, that's
beginning
it.
to end.
Yeah.
that
So
one.
yeah.
Now,
So
I have to say, she did kind of evolve into acting. So, in the game.
you
and,
right. Come on, come through with the
You
yes.
haven't seen Gunica on T.I. Family Hustle?
No, nobody's seen that, but
I did.
probably you and
Thank
Michelle,
you.
the two people.
I watched it.
Yes. She does a great job on that.
She does.
We would never know, Carolyn, because we're not going to watch that. So anyway.
Oh, and Brandy does have a new show out. I think it's either came out this week or next week on ABC called Queens.
Oh,
And
yes.
it's
Yep.
it is Eve, Brandy, Notori,
or whatever from
and
Power.
from Power, and who else is it's the fourth one, and they're a girl group who's trying to like come back.
Oh, wow.
But it's called Queens on ABC. So
Check it out
Check it out.
if it's not on your DVR.
support Black.
Yes, all the time, all day, every day. All right, let's go here. New Testament versus Old Testament.
Oh.
Yeah, I done flipped it a little
That
bit.
was a little ranch.
Right.
You done put a lot of sauce on that thing.
Right.
Ooh.
Too much dip on your chip.
So, I mean, we can say either, right? But this is the one I'm going to go with.
Okay.
I'm going to go with the old first, right? Because that's when God was just like, boom. Like, he was just like,
He was coming. He started laying it out.
he was laying people straight out. Like, what? What you say? It's the whole city finna go down. You hear what I'm saying? Like, I don't got time for this.
Yeah.
So, I was like, he was
making it. All right, well, come on. Okay, let's talk about it now.
His grace was extended more in the New Testament.
He's like, all right.
So I'm team Old Testament, right? I'm gonna be on that team for the day. Where y'all going?
I'm going OT. Just cause, like, for me, I'm principle based.
Yeah.
And a lot of my principle comes from knowledge and wisdom. So you think about the Psalms, the Proverbs.
Yeah.
Yes.
A lot of when I'm seeking guidance, understanding, that's where I'm going.
That's where you're going. That's your go-to.
That's my go-to.
I know we did Proverbs every year. Every month that has 31 days.
Yeah.
I remember my pastor, it's time to do Proverbs. Like, we just do that, but it's just constantly
And you be
just
catching new stuff.
Yes.
all the time.
Yes.
I love it.
For that reason, I would say Old Testament.
She got you turned a little bit.
Now
She was real deep though.
That was Proverbs, because that's like, you can get so much, you can glean so much from that, so much wisdom, so much, and even like the Psalms, like she was saying, Psalms and Proverbs. I mean, you can get, like, you talk about praise and adoration in the Psalms, where David just poured his heart out, and that's how you get to see the picture of him and how we should worship the Lord.
Right.
But I will say, some of the Old Testament before, I do be kind of falling asleep a little bit. Lord forgive me, but that's what it be like. So then that's where I go with the New Testament. That's where I go with the New Testament. However, yeah.
Yeah, that's good, because if you think, especially now, once you start evolving there, you get there. When you think about the book of Psalms, and you think about, some of the stuff David was going through while he was writing that, it's like, God, he went through all of that, and he was still singing praises unto your name. Like, that's what we supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? So
that's
it's
where you gotta go to get that. I look at it like kind of instruction, and then you look at how you walk it out. So what is the practical side of it, and then what is the learning aspect that you're supposed to gain from it. So when I look at Old Testament, that's where kind of the core of the standard.
Right.
The standard of your walk, you get that from the old. And then the instruction of how you should be managing your day to day and living is kind of intertwined with the new.
Yeah,
I
that's
like
a good point. That's
That
good.
is.
That's good.
I agree with everything you guys said. And when I look at it, even in the Old Testament, God was laying folks out, like you said, destroying whole cities, but you also saw a lot of his grace. through the people that he used, through David, through Moses. Now remember that one part where God had called Moses. This was after the burning bush and everything, and God sent the death angel towards Moses, and his wife had to come and circumcise his kids in order for, and then the death angel left. So you still saw glimpses of God still giving grace. Moses had to get his house in order before he can set the people free. And so even with David, it's like, you got to get yourself together. You got, even with Noah, you know, Noah was drunk and fell out, and, you know, he cursed his kids. Like, so you saw a lot of God's grace through the Old Testament. Now, the reason why I'm going to say the New Testament is because that's when you, and that's why I think you feel like the day-to-day instruction and things like that, because the Bible says that the word became flesh and dwelt among us. So before it was like, God is this spirit. And now we have a glimpse of God and of him, and he's dwelling among us. And you see, even, you know, Jesus wasn't no joke either. You know, he was a man. He whipped them people up out of there like, you ain't about to do this.
He flipped over some tables. Yeah, he did.
Flipped over tables and all that stuff too. So it's like,
and he had a slick mouth. His mouth, Jesus' mouth was real slick.
Yeah. That's what made me mad when the people had them "What Would Jesus Do" bracelets, and I'm like, if you don't know his character, you look at people when they address situations maybe strongly.
Yes,
you look at them and be like, oh, it didn't take all that.
Right.
You don't know him.
You
then.
come on.
You not in your word.
That's
Why?
True.
Because one thing he did was he addressed it immediately.
Yeah.
He didn't let things fester.
He didn't let things slide.
And he was clear in his communication immediately. You knew right away where he sat.
Right.
I am that I am.
And he didn't let people
no explanation and all that.
beat up on people. Like, it was just like, okay, this is the playing field. This is the ground. It's equal.
Right.
Nobody
is
like,
above.
he came against the Pharisees.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
how are you gonna? Well, he didn't even. He just.
He that had no sin, he that had no sin cast the first stone. Remember, they had to well, we all sin, right? So you're not finna.
One left down,
So then you got to put that down. So just because this woman's sin is, where everybody knows it or everybody can see it, that doesn't mean that you don't. So he did. You just like her. He did. He checked him.
Yep.
When he did, that one was funny too. He was like, who are you? Where was he at when he was up for when they picked Barabbas over him? And he was like the what's his name? I can't think of
the guy Pilate.
Pilate was like, who are you? Like, you about to give your life? He was like, no, I lay down my life. Like, because he knew who he was. Like, I know whose I am. And so that's the kind of, not arrogance. We shouldn't have arrogance, but we should have confidence.
It's a godly confidence.
Godly confidence.
Yes.
Confidence. Come on, confidence. Let me write that down on my confidence.
Yeah.
But he knew who he was, and he said it. So, Jesus was slick with that tongue, and they think that we're not supposed to be. But if you know who you are and you're speaking the truth, if it is the truth, and I know that we ought to speak truth in love, right? But Jesus spoke it. You hear what I'm saying? He said what he said, and it was.
Because it makes you free.
But love goes to the motive behind the comment.
Right.
People try to take it to where it's like, oh, well, your tone was this and that. It wasn't out of love. Love is the spirit behind which I said it. If I said it because I looked at you and I said, man, okay, this may hurt Michelle's feelings, but this needs to be said. Right. I'm probably still gonna say it, and it's out of love.
It's not a problem. It's not a problem.
But it wasn't because of a tone or something like that. And I think people get that confused
up. And that's the thing with me, especially when it comes to me, is because God has tamed my mouth so much. Like I have, and I'm gonna own it. I do have such a slick mouth, but my mouth used to be slick. I used to be quick with it, back in the day, and he's tamed it so much. But I also know, like you said, it's like the people who are close to me should know that, okay, what I'm saying to you is, like, you should know my heart.
Yes.
Like, I'm not dissing you. I'm not trying to tear you down. I'm not doing it because that's not my heart.
Right.
You're not my enemy.
Right.
Sure.
So if I'm talking to you and I'm saying something to you, then this is my heart. And I'm just telling you what I see. at this moment or this time, that's what's going on. But Jesus.
That's good right there. Woo, we got excited. Let me tell you, we got to talk about, look, Jesus and in the New Testament. Look, you see where we at right here up in this podcast on tonight. But we're going to keep it moving. I want to see, this is a good one. I like this one.
Versus Jackson.
I could have said that, but I didn't think about that. I know now we got to go back. Like that's enough Jesus juice up in here. But this is a good one. All right, on your grits, are you sugar or salt?
I'm cheese.
You gotta have sugar or salt. This was big on social media. What are you, sugar or salt?
Season it with something.
It got to come with some type of seasoning. It's probably salt and she don't know it.
Yeah.
Because I put cheese
Even
on
though
my...
she cook it. Yeah. Right. Yeah, salt.
You know, what do you season it with? You don't season the grits? You just put cheese and butter in it?
No.
Oh.
Salt, garlic,
Okay.
paprika.
You're savory.
Yeah.
Okay,
You
savory.
like
Savory.
the shrimp and grits, like type of
Shrimp
thing?
and grits.
Okay.
Yes.
I like
Okay.
She like it that
I
way.
see.
Yeah.
All right, one for team
see.
salt.
I
What
see.
about you, Carolyn?
I gotta go with the sugar.
I knew it. I knew we had one in the camp.
And you know what? We're a house divided because Oscar likes the salt and the shrimp and grits, and I like the sugar because he'd be like,
You want
that
your
ain't
eggs with your
cool. Yeah, but I like the sugar though.
So what about now? You didn't tell us what Oscar. What about the kids? What they like?
They don't even really like.
They don't really like grits?
They don't.
They don't know what they missing out
They
on.
don't. I be trying to get them to eat them. They don't. They ain't feeling. I say y'all don't know what's good.
They don't.
Okay, so first of all, grits are not cream of wheat.
Come on now. Come
They're
on.
not maltobio.
You preaching
They are
over there.
grits. They are grits.
Watch it.
Those are the things that should be sweet. Grits are grits, and it's salt.
All day, every day.
Do y'all eat buttered eggs for like breakfast?
What's buttered eggs?
Where you have rice? I mean buttered rice.
Oh,
With sugar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would do that.
No.
Rice and sugar, and then you put your eggs in there. And then
No.
you scramble, it's like a scrambled egg, and then instead of having grits, you would have rice.
No.
So if people don't have grits,
They get rice, and we're still gonna have salt.
on my rice.
In my
so
rice.
Oh,
put
no,
butter on
sugar.
them
I'm
things.
with
No.
that.
On that
I'm-
rice.
No.
I'm with
No.
that. Yeah.
My girl.
We've had
My
rice
grandma
for
make it like
breakfast
that.
before, like my grandma, but it still had salt on my rice.
Yes, salt and pepper.
Sugar.
I'm inviting y'all over for breakfast.
I don't want no
And we-
sugar.
and we
I don't
gon-
want no sugar
We
rice.
going to the sugar rice.
We don't want
No
it.
sugar
And the
rice.
herb sandwich.
Salt, just put it in the salt box and let them shake it.
Let them shake
You know
it.
Michelle gonna be doing it.
See, now we know we gotta test
Right.
something when we
Taste
go over
it
their
first.
house.
I ain't going to Carolyn's house. I ain't going to
They be trying to trick you over there with that salt. And of course, I'm salt. If you couldn't tell, I need salt with my sister. That's what we had. We want the salt on our grits.
Yes.
All right, here's another one. This one is this gonna be interesting. I want to hear what y'all got to say. Kevin Hart or Dave Chappelle?
They two different people though.
They still comedians.
Epps.
They comedians
I don't
though.
want any of these people.
What?
Kevin Hart and then who? Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle.
Can't
Really?
at all.
Oh, I like both of them.
Okay. I didn't like early Dave.
Come on now.
I didn't
With
like
the
early
with
Dave.
the show?
With the Dave Chappelle show. I didn't like him then, but I love Dave Chappelle now. I love his honesty and I love his delivery. It's like a lot of
Truth. Oh,
but he delivers it in a comedic way. And so I love New Dave, but I didn't like Old Dave. I think that's when, I don't know.
He was
on
corny.
drugs. Yeah,
I
he
don't
was
know,
so
he was
corny.
so
Put
corny
him
to
over
me.
there with Lil Luther. I don't want
Who's
Lil Luther.
Lil Luther?
Luther Vandross, but he was little.
Oh, when he lost weight, and everybody was saying Luther can't sing.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace. You said who is Lil Luther? Carolyn, y'all got her hot over there. She laughing so much. Oh Jesus, she said she gonna put him over there with Lil Luther. Oh.
That's funny.
I said that's funny. I thought she said my nigga.
Appreciate y'all for joining us unscripted tonight.
I know, right? Definitely unscripted. All right, Carolyn, you gotta pick one. Who you going with?
Oh man. See, this is tough.
It's a tough
Because
one.
they are two different people.
Mm-hmm.
Comedic genius. both of them.
Yeah.
Kevin Hart is funny, hilariously funny.
Yeah.
I love Kevin Hart. Dave Chappelle is funny, but he does say a lot of truth. So I would say Kevin Hart. I'll go with Kevin because he really makes you. I mean, he's so silly.
He is silly.
He is.
And he
is
makes
silly.
you roll on the floor all the time. Dave, you got to really listen in. You listen in to what he's saying, and then you like, oh yeah, that was
right.
funny.
That was
Like,
funny.
That was quick with it.
Yeah.
Genius.
Yeah.
It is, and that's what I've noticed. Because me and Michelle on the same page. Like before, I used to be like, he is corny, he whack. And then when he came back out these last few Netflix series, it was good. I enjoyed. I said, okay, I can rock with this story, especially the recent one. I'm feeling him. He kind of reminds me. Y'all know I'm a big Bootsy fan now, right? Yeah, like Bootsy, I didn't know Bootsy when he did all them other songs, when he was them. But I know Bootsy now, and I support Bootsy. Bootsy is my man. Like I'll be looking for him.
Bootsy movie.
Go get his movie right now and watch it. Because they just speak the truth, and I think that's what's missing. Like people in the world feel like we got to sugarcoat it. We have to say things politically correct to be whatever we need to be, to have this platform, to have so many likes or subscribers. But just tell the truth. Like the truth will make you free. That's what the word says. And so you should tell the truth. If you don't agree with something, you shouldn't have to please them. No, this is how I feel, and this is how I'm gonna run my house. And so I love me some Bootsy. I love me some Dave Chappelle. You gotta make a vote. You can't say Mike Epps. You don't like either one.
No.
I'm on the same line as her. She don't like either one, so she can't choose. I like them both.
It's hard to choose.
I think a better comparison would probably be Kevin Hart and not Mike Epps. Kevin Hart and
he would have been better.
Well, I was thinking, what's the other dude that they going to see this weekend?
Oh, Cat Williams.
Cat Williams.
Yeah. I think that would have been a better comparison because people always comparing them two, but because they're kind of
Dave Chappelle, you would have to compare him to like a Chris Rock. Because they both got
that political.
It's like that.
Ooh, the bigger, the blacker, that Chris Rock.
It's like kind of tongue in cheek funny.
Yeah.
Yes, and you gotta be keyed in and
it's
listen.
It's a word for that.
Yeah,
but
I can't think of it, but I know what you're saying. Because Chris Rock won't even do another special. Like he's struggling with doing another special because of how things have changed.
Right,
and because
and
of
people
who
gonna
he
be
is now,
people gonna be offended.
Yes,
I'm going
at
for
Chris.
Bernie Mac.
Oh, Bernie Mac was always that's easy.
He was
my all-time favorite. Absolutely, Bernie
definitely.
Mac.
He was funny.
Definitely,
unapologetic.
Out of the ones you named, like I like Mike Epps.
He's okay.
He's okay. Yeah,
see, when we was coming up, that's when Friday After Next, and I
was at.
But he's funny
in movies
and scripted shows. But his stand-up isn't funny to me.
Yeah.
I can see, like, in watching, like, I loved him in the Fridays.
Yes.
Yeah, in the Fridays. All About the Benjamins, he was funny, too.
Just stand there, let her do it.
45, 47. Like, I thought that was hilarious.
Right.
Yeah, I like him.
Yeah, he's good. He's good. He's good in movies.
And I like his Netflix show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think Kevin Hart.
Does he have a family on that?
He
the family.
sold out to me. Like when you watch the special he had, like his documentary from growing up and stuff like that, and his friends, he seemed like the type of person, as he came up, he started putting his friends down. Like he was cracking on the one guy talking about he ain't had no job and stuff, the personal trainer friend.
Oh.
Yeah. I just didn't like his dynamic with his friends. And so that, when I watched that one, I was like, okay, I'm off him. And I just...
Yeah, it has shifted there. I think it has been a shift in his comedy because at one point I thought he was just silly, he was just funny, and so the last couple ones I was just like, oh,
he tried.
Okay, I'm okay. And then they go my niece, always in my ear, Charmaine. She does not like Kevin Hart. Auntie, da 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 da, and so she always got this point of view. It's the same way. Y'all just, it's scary how much alike her and Charmaine are, because that's all I hear is like, neither. Like it's the whole. Aries attitude. That is, I feel like
I did any of that.
I felt it, but I saw you, but then I was seeing my niece. So sometimes I blank out and I see her attitude like, auntie. Like, so then I'll be like, okay, that's not
more
true.
Animated.
She
That's
is a little
the
more
one
animated
thing.
for you.
That's
You just saying and keep going. No, she needs a little more extra, like she adds a little extra to it. I'm gonna make sure I share this with her while she's Shout out to Manny, to Baby Boy Jive, so she can listen to it. All right, ladies, we coming to an end, but we gonna bring up this, and it ain't gonna be too hot with us, but we are gonna talk about it because I want to just talk to the world about just showing love versus, pointing fingers. The last one we gonna do the verses on tonight is vaccinated versus unvaccinated, and I'm gonna tell you after we talk about it why I chose this one to be last. Y'all thinking? Want me to go first?
I think that it depends on the person. I think that is a definite individual choice. I think people have very valid reasons for not wanting to get vaccinated, especially people of color. Vaccinated, especially us. And they've been experimenting with us and, doing different things to us, especially. And then just this big, huge push. I'm going to tell you, I was anti-vaccination for a very, very long time.
Amen.
I was anti. I was like, no. But I felt like people need to make, I feel like it's individual. I really, really do. If you're somebody who, is not around a whole lot of people and you work from home and you don't go a lot of places and you're not exposing yourself or whatever the case may be, that's your choice not to do that. Now, what I do feel is that people who are anti-vaccination do not have a right to push their views on someone else. Okay. If someone else chooses to wear a mask, if someone else chooses, to, hey, you can't come here, you can't do that. You don't have the right to force me to accept you if I say this is what I want to do. Like, does that make sense?
That makes sense.
So I don't know. I think people have the right to choose. Right.
Okay. We kind of didn't make a choice, but that's all right.
Okay.
It goes with it though. That's part of the thing. That's okay.
Yeah, I agree. That was really good what you said. I think people have the choice that they want to make or that they, make individually. I think that the vaccines are a good choice. I will say personally, I am vaccinated. I've made that choice because I'm, for myself, for my family, being around, working in the community, protecting myself and protecting others. But at the same time, I totally respect others' decision if they choose not to. I don't be like, you ain't right because you don't got a vaccine. But like Michelle said, I think that it should be respect both ways. For those who don't choose to get it, you shouldn't, I don't believe you should force your opinion on others who have it. And those who do have it, I don't believe we should force it on people who don't have it. I think you have to, weigh the options, research it, see what works best for you and your family and the community around you, and just go from there. Yeah. But still show love.
Woof.
I will say, because I didn't really answer the question, I am vaccinated. And
you didn't have to say that though.
Okay, well, I'm just saying, like, I am because you're like, well, you didn't answer the question.
No, are you? But, no, not. I don't mean like to tell me if you are. Like, which one are you for? Like, you could be vaccinated and still be like, nah, I don't think you should get it.
But that's how I feel. I still feel like it's just because I'm vaccinated doesn't mean everybody should get vaccinated. And I make the choice, like Carolyn was saying, because I'm a school teacher. Last year, my biggest class was 17 kids. Today, I had 35 kids in my room.
Oof, man.
With teachers being out and stuff like that. And we are constantly quarantining kids. People are constantly getting testing positive for COVID. And even though I'm vaccinated, I still wear a mask. I still sanitize my room. I still do things like that. And I get on the kids. Like, oh, your mama wants you to wear your mask because you got one on. Pull it up. That type of deal, so, but yeah, I made the choice because of my profession.
I'm big on pro-choice. I think people have to make decisions based on information that suits them. So I don't lean one way or another. I think it's arguments to be made on both sides. You have people who've gotten vaccinated and have had adverse reactions. So when you think about like a booster shot, maybe they were vaccinated and won't get a booster. So do you put them on the vax or non-vax? I mean,
what list are you on now, right?
Yeah. So I look at it both ways, and then I think about the people who say like, I'm not going to be a test dummy and all this kind of stuff, and then they may smoke or they may drink. So you have all of these imbalances going in your body, but you get to say that the one for the vaccine is the one that's going to kill you. And it's just crazy stuff. So I just feel like make the informed decision based on what you feel like you need to do, and then be okay with that in silence. Like the whole talk about it to me is probably just where we should probably stop. Like, your decision, be okay with it, move forward. And then just stop all the back and forth with the people on the social.
Agreed.
And that's why I think I chose that one to be last, because this one is it's big. It's big on social media. It's big in the world. You see videos constantly of people being targeted, whether they're vaccinated or unvaccinated. They wear a mask versus not. I think that, like you guys said, this should be a choice that you make based on your situation. When I think about this, I think about my mother, who's older, and 3 of her closest friends, I'm talking about the girls that she ride or die with, were really sick and really was in the hospital due to COVID, on their deathbed. Like one, like we didn't know if she was gonna make it for real. Like it was really that bad, where she was in there for over 2 months. And so and that's a really, really close friend of hers. So she felt like this is what she needed to do. And so to protect, even to me thinking about it was like, I need to protect my mother. Like forget me at this point. You know what I'm saying? So you just really have to think about your situation, whether it works for you or doesn't work for you. Because like you said, we was, you know how we are. We was looking at that like, I'm not doing that. Like I don't even get the flu shot. The devil is a lie. They not putting no chip in me. You know what I'm saying?
I will not be chipped. They're going to be monitoring me.
No, but they already monitoring us. They already know what we doing. What we talking about right now, y'all can grab your cell phones and there's probably vaccination stuff in there, or Chris Brown or Brandy. You know what I'm saying? Like, so they already doing those things. But really, like, people, we need to really stop judging one another. We need to show more love. Carolyn said that you got to show more love to your brothers and your sisters. Just because it's the right thing to do. You supposed to love those. You know, how can you love God but don't love those around you? And so just showing discrimination amongst.
Get up in here. Woo! Now that one is a trigger for me.
Is it?
It is. Yes. It does trigger me because I feel like people hide behind words. And at the end of the day, that is an action. And action says, hey, no matter of who you are, what your past is, what your history is, like, hey, I'm gonna get to know you for you. And when people don't do that, and especially if you're in positions, that is the part that burns me. Because when you're in positions, it comes with a certain level of responsibility. And that responsibility is to educate yourself. So even if you didn't know, that's not an excuse. Like, no, not acceptable. Not okay.
Yeah, she felt that thing right there.
I'm just stopping it there. But
that's good though. That's good. It's the truth. It's the truth. You have to show love, and showing love is not being discriminated against others because of the choices that they made or the choices that they're making, whether that's to wear a mask or not. And so we just want to leave with that. Just show more love. Actually show love. Not just say that you love somebody, but show that you love them.
Don't even try to understand it. I think that's it. People try to understand it to equate it to themselves. Like, you don't have to understand what I'm going through. Just be there. Period.
Like, love me through it. Love me through whatever.
Through whatever. Yeah. That's it.
That's it.
Show it.
Let's show it. And I love it, y'all. That's what we're going to end on today. Our friendship journey on 3. I think I got this. I think I can do it. I can think it. No, I think I can do it. I think I can. I think I can. All right. Our friendship journey on 3. 1, 2, 3. Our friendship journey. Woo! Yes. Yay, ladies. We love y'all, ladies. Love you, love you, love you.